Hello, everyone. Bonjour à tous. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people, and that this land is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We would like to thank them for allowing us to host our event on their land today. I also would like to take one step further and share a story of the land so that you may take it with you and self-reflect. I have the privilege to work with site elders. One day I asked one, Abby McIntyre, how she delivered a land acknowledgement, and she told me a story of the land, to which I will repeat to you now. The Churchill River spans across northern Saskatchewan and Manitoba, all the way from the western border to the Hudson's Bay. It has a long history of voyager trade among First Nations, but more importantly, it is a symbol of what connects us, the land. No matter if you are born here, in Canada, immigrated, or currently visiting, we are all connected by the land and the sea. My own personal reflection, being a fly-in, fly-out worker, is that no matter where I am, I will always be connected to home, and that I have the responsibility to preserve the traditions and history of that land that connects me to my family. So please, take a moment at the end of your day and reflect on your connection to the land. It's wonderful to see so many people join us here today to celebrate and support the Trailblazers and network with colleagues. My name is Melissa Ning, and I am the Chair of Women in Mining Canada and the Chief Geologist at Chemical Corporation's McArthur River operation. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 2025 Mining for Diversity event and awards ceremony. This afternoon, we will be celebrating and honoring 5 inspiring women in this year's Trailblazer Awards, the only award series dedicated to recognizing and promoting the significant contributions of women in the Canadian mining industry. Before we begin the awards ceremony, I'd like to thank our sponsoring companies who have helped make today's event possible. As a not-for-profit organization, we would not be able to do what we do without them. Our sponsors are, in the diamond category, Agnico Eagle, Ausenco, Rio Tinto, Sprott, Vale Base Metals, and Wood. Our gold sponsors, DRA, Kitco Mining, Orica, and Wheaton Precious Metals. Our silver sponsors, Dundee Precious Metals, Dyno Nobel, Glencore, Kinross, Major Drilling, Redpath, Sika, WSP, and Wailu. The Student Traveler sponsor. In our bronze category, cementation, our in-kind sponsors, AdNet Communications, Carlos Pinto Photography, and KPMG. We thank them for their generous support and commitment to helping us educate, elevate, and empower women in the mining industry. Thanks to their support, we've been able to continue existing initiatives and start new initiatives this year. We were able to award several student grants in the field of equity, diversity, and inclusion, and we are in the middle of awarding several grants to students in research in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We have hosted several virtual panels on several topics related to this industry, and we successfully completed the second year in a row of our own programming at this very conference. Now let's get to the award ceremony and celebrate the women we are all here to celebrate. I would like to invite Angelina Mehta from Rio Tinto to say a few words and kick off our ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled to look around this room and see how full it is. It just reminds me how important these events are, so I'm so glad you're here with us. I'm lucky to be opening the event today for Women in Mining Canada and also on behalf of Rio Tinto. Many of you know that Rio Tinto has been going through our own journey to change our culture based on the feedback that we received and published in the Everyday Respect Report, first out in 2022 and then an update that came out late last year. We recognize the importance of sharing and learning in the DEI space, so we continue to be proud sponsors of this event. I am personally very connected to this group. As I was part of the WIM Canada board, I think starting 10 years ago for 5 years, and I met some of my fellow WIM Canada alumni just now, so it's fantastic to see everybody. I have deep respect for the people who've pulled together this event. Congratulations. I'm also proud to see the evolution of this event. When I first joined, we had one Trailblazer Award, which was really well recognized, but then we added the Student Trailblazer and the Rick Hudson Mentorship Award to recognize how important it was to build a strong pipeline of young women leaders. Subsequently, we added the Indigenous Trailblazer and Student Awards, and this is just growing and becoming more inclusive. And being here today to help honor our award winners gives me hope that despite the uncertain times that we are living in, we continue to recognize, support, and amplify the achievement of amazing women. Now, they only gave me 2 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up. Let me end with a relevant quote from another amazing woman, Kamala Harris, who recently spoke about her own journey. I'm going to read this. "We use our power, we organize, mobilize, we educate, and we advocate because, you see, our power has never come from having an easy path. Our strength flows from our faith in God, faith in each other, and our refusal to surrender to cynicism and destruction, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Not because victory is guaranteed, because the fight is worth it." Congratulations to our winners today. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angelina. To present the 2025 winner of the Indigenous Trailblazer Award, I would like to invite Yan Jin from Nsenko to the stage.
Good afternoon. The Indigenous Trailblazer Award honors the resilience, passion, and spirit needed to build a successful career in the mining industry while upholding and advocating traditional culture and values. It is my privilege to present this year's Indigenous Trailblazer Award to Caroline Sam, a proud member of Nakazi Wutan Band. Caroline is recognized for her energy, initiative, and commitment to positive change. As an environmental technician at a large mine site, she has gained invaluable insight into the convergence of industry and Indigenous stewardship. Through her eagerness to learn and collaborate, she has grown into a respected technician and team leader. With her dedication and passion for her work, Caroline is a mentor within the environmental department, providing guidance and support to her colleagues. She shares her knowledge by engaging with local elementary and high school students, inspiring the next generation by showcasing the importance of environmental monitoring and the role of Indigenous wisdom in shaping sustainable practices. Please join me in welcoming Caroline to the stage. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and friends, I am truly honored and humbled to receive the Women in Mining Indigenous Trailblazer Award. This recognition is not just for me, but for all the incredible Indigenous women in mining and mentors who have empowered me throughout my journey. I want to give a heartfelt thank you to my nominator, Daphne Hall, and my colleague, Luella Ramirez. Both women have played a crucial role in my growth, always encouraging me and helping me recognize my potential. Your support has made all the difference in my career. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Centerra Gold and Mount Milligan Mine, specifically to former General Manager Carol Fortin, for providing a supportive environment where I've been able to develop my skills as an environmental technician. Your encouragement and leadership have been invaluable, and I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities you have provided me. As an Indigenous woman in mining, I have been fortunate to work with so many colleagues who share my heritage and cultural values. Working on my traditional territory, I have learned so much about the land and how we must respect and protect it in our work. The deep connection we share with Mother Earth continues to inspire me every day. A big thank you to my amazing family. Their understanding and support as I've been away from work means the world to me. I am proud to be a role model for my children, showing them that the value of hard work, dedication, and the importance of pursuing our dream. Hey, sorry. Sorry. Finally, thank you to my coworkers for your constant support. The positive, collaborative environment and the memories we share has allowed me to excel. I'm grateful to be part of such a strong team. This award isn't about me. It's a celebration of women who have paved the road before me and who stand beside me. Together, we continue to break barriers and show that there's no limit to what we can achieve. I'd like to quote Native American author Robin Wall Kimmerer, "Leadership is not rooted in power and authority, but in service and wisdom." Thank you again for this honor.
Congratulations again, Caroline. Now I'd like to invite Alex Wilson from Dundee Precious Metals to present the winner of the Student Trailblazer Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. Privileged to be here, so thank you for having me. At Dundee Precious Metals, we are committed to fostering a culture that supports inclusion and that also celebrates diversity. As represented by one of our core values, we respect each other and embrace inclusion. We strongly believe in supporting the next generation of leaders in pursuing their goals and are thrilled to be here today to present the Student Trailblazer Award. And this award is really to celebrate a young woman who is moving through her career and into the mining industry after graduation. A student trailblazer shows initiative, determination, and a passion for mining. They help to advance females in the industry, all while balancing their educational goals. This year, I am honored to present Rebecca Randall with the 2025 Student Trailblazer Award, as well as a $5,000 scholarship sponsored by Dundee Precious Metals. Let me tell you a little bit about Rebecca. Rebecca is actually at Queen's University. She is currently a mineral processing mining engineering student and is completing a work term at Kinross as a metallurgy intern. And she's splitting her time between Toronto and Fort Knox, Alaska. We were talking about it earlier today, and she is gaining a wealth of experience. In addition to the internship, Rebecca is also very active at Queen's University in the extracurricular programs. She is the vice president of the Queen's Mining Society. She was the co-chair of the Queen's Conference on Business and Mining in 2024. As well, this year, she is a part of the 2025 Queen's Canadian Mining Games team. Rebecca has an impressive list of accomplishments, and this embodies the trailblazing spirit and makes her an ideal recipient. As she looks forward to her career, Rebecca comes with the energy and enthusiasm of bringing innovation and ambition together to make a real impact in the industry, at a time when the mining industry really needs young minds to strive for change. We are excited to see Rebecca enter into the field and to see what she brings to the industry. Please join me in congratulating Rebecca with a big round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking Women in Mining Canada, not only for this recognition, but for organizing today's events, this year's award series, as well as for being such important champions for women in this industry across the country. I'd also like to thank Dundee Precious Metals for sponsoring this award and for providing opportunities like this for young women like myself. Also, a special congratulations to my fellow award recipients. It's truly an honor to share the stage with each of you. My time in the mining industry has been relatively short compared to a lot of the people in this room, but it's also been one that over the last 3 years has been filled with such immense joy, opportunity, reward, and challenge. I'd like to take a moment to thank specifically a few of the women who have been instrumental in my time in the mining industry thus far. To Sarah Ingram and Shirley Chang, thank you for inspiring me so early in my career. It has been a privilege to learn from and work for you both. To Emily and Emma, thank you for making my transition into industry amply more enjoyable. To Charlotte Gibson, thank you for inspiring me to choose mining in the first place. And finally, thank you to Arissa Guy for being the only reason I've stuck with it. I'd also like to thank my family for truly being my #1 supporters, specifically to my mom, who encouraged my sister and I equally to pursue engineering as she did my brother, for always being my first phone call. And to my dad, who I've had the privilege to be able to share this world with over the last 3 years. I'm gonna flip the page. I'd also like to thank my coworkers at Kinross, as well as my friends and my peers at Queen's. Thank you for being a part of this pretty short but very exciting journey thus far. I'd like to wrap this up by sharing a sentiment that's really important to me and one that I hope to bring with me in the rest of my career. As many of the women in this room, or really just people in this room, can appreciate, sometimes being a woman in this industry can be somewhat hard. It can be frustrating. But in those moments when I sometimes lose faith in mining, it's so often the women around me who lift me up. I'm so incredibly grateful for the women who have laid the path before me, and I aspire to be another woman that walks that same path for those who come after me. Thank you, Women in Mining Canada and Dundee Precious Metals. It's truly an honor.
Congratulations, Rebecca. Now I'd like to invite Farah Karim from Vale Base Metals on the stage to present the winner of the Trailblazer Award.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Farah Karim, and I'm with Legal Valley Base Metals, and I'm also the proud global sponsor of the Women and Allies Affinity Group at Valley Base Metals. I am a proud woman in mining, and I'm honored to be with all of you in this room tonight, joining and celebrating with all of you, all of tonight's award winners. When I think about what it means to be a trailblazer, it means to be the first. It means to be among the first, to really create that path for others. As a female lawyer in the industry, I've benefited from the sweat and the tears of all of the trailblazers in this room, including this year's award recipient. Working in mining provides us all with incredible opportunities. For me, these opportunities have included negotiating internationally. I've had to use my voice in the most intense situations. We all have a voice, and it is clear that more and more of our voices are being heard every day because of the work of all of the people in this room. Together, we change the culture. Among our core pillars at Valley Base Metals is to continue to strengthen inclusiveness across the business. This is something that we care deeply about at Vale and have been deliberative in the initiatives for which we foster. But our work is not done, and the work of the industry is not done. And this is a journey that we do not undertake alone, but in collaboration with everybody in this room, everybody in our boardrooms, everybody in our offices, and everybody in our homes every single day. On a more personal note, I am so happy that this evening I get to recognize our trailblazer, who also happens to be a lawyer. She exemplifies every aspect of what this Trailblazer Award commends. She demonstrates the pioneering spirit, perseverance, dedication, and courage required for a successful career in the mining industry. She not only opens doors for herself, she opens those for all among her. And most importantly, she holds the door open for all of the women who come after her, and sometimes she pushes those doors open when we all know that sometimes life needs a push. This year's winner, Ingrid Hibbard, is a veteran in the mining industry, a gold explorer and an ethical mining champion. She's worked on a variety of projects, from early stage exploration to mine development. She has over a decade of experience practicing in mining and exploration law, including working with Noranda Mines and Hemlo Gold before heading Palangio Mines and subsequently Palangio Exploration, where she currently serves as the CEO. As the CEO of Palangio, Ingrid has led strategic land acquisitions in Canada and Ghana, including securing and revisiting the Detour Gold Mine property, which has become the foundation for Detour Gold Corp. Detour is now owned by Agnico Eagle and is the largest gold-producing mine in Canada. She also negotiated the acquisition of a district-sized land package adjacent to the 70 million-ounce Obuasi mine in Ghana. Please join me in celebrating and recognizing Ingrid by a big round of applause.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Hibbard, and I've been in the industry for a while. So if I was going to thank everybody, I'd blow through my 2 minutes and more. So basically, I'm going to thank the entire industry for what it's given to me. And there are a few of you, you know who you are, that went above and beyond the call. I never set out to be a trailblazer. I was about 7 years old when my dad took me prospecting in his beloved float plane. My mom and dad were partners in the exploration business. I was just as likely to see my mom taking field crews into the bush as I was my dad preparing maps. There were no gender roles. And yet globally, women only represent 8 to 17% of the workforce in mining. That means that most women looking at this field still see a road less traveled, one without enough footsteps to guide the way. That's the thing about footsteps. The more people who walk a path, the more it becomes a road, wider and easier to follow, and more open. I want more women to see what I've seen: the opportunity, the challenge, and most importantly, the positive impact that mining can make. Mining is for problem solvers, for people who want to see the world, for people who want to create something essential. And if we want a stronger, smarter, more innovative industry, we need to welcome more voices, more perspectives, and yes, more women. Because this just isn't about fairness. This is about making mining better. I got here not just because I worked hard, and I did, but because people, and many of them were men like Gerald Penneton and David Harkwell, who listened when I presented the detour opportunity. They listened, they acted, they made room for me at the table, and they valued what I brought to the table. That's what progress looks like, and we need more of it. If we want a strong future for mining, we need to talk about it. Beyond this room, we have a great habit of talking to each other. Tell your story. Share what we do and why it matters. Because when people understand mining, they appreciate its positive impact. And when they appreciate the impact, they advocate for it. That's how we build a better future in mining together. Thank you. I'm so honored to be recognized by my colleagues in this room. and the industry I love so dearly.
Congratulations again, Ingrid. Now I'd like to invite Andrew Stronach from Sprott to present the winner of the Indigenous Student Trailblazer Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today on behalf of my colleagues at Sprott. And at Sprott, we're very proud to be a supporter of Women in Mining Canada. So it is my pleasure today to present Hannah Eaton Tessier, not only with the Indigenous Student Trailblazer Award, but also with a $5,000 scholarship sponsored by Sprott. Hannah's a member of the Moose Cree First Nations Band. She grew up surrounded by nature and has always had a deep respect and appreciation for the environment and for the natural world. This has carried over into her bachelor's degree, receiving an honors Bachelor of Science in Geosciences and Ecology, along with evolutionary biology from the University of Toronto. After her impressive bachelor's degree, Hannah worked as an assistant geologist before returning to U of T to recently begin pursuing a master's degree, where she's researching the geochemistry of pyrite in gold deposits in Northern Ontario. After graduation, she hopes to use her background in geology and ecology to help build a more sustainable mining industry. And at Sprott, and I'm sure I speak for everybody in the room, we can't wait to see her in action doing this. So please join me in welcoming Hannah to the stage.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Andrew, for that wonderful welcome. I'm so honored to be receiving this award today. This entire experience has been so special, and I'm very grateful to be in this position right now. I want to thank Women in Mining Canada and Sprott for naming me the Indigenous Student Trailblazer, as well as for running and funding this Trailblazer Award series. Awards like this are so valuable to recognize and validate the contribution Indigenous people make in this industry and to support them along their journey. It's so vital to making the mining industry more accepting and accessible for Indigenous people trying to find their footing in the large world of mining. I'm so grateful to be named this year's Indigenous Student Trailblazer. It is such an honor to receive this recognition early on in my career. It's very reassuring and a proud moment for me. I'd like to thank my supervisor, Dan Gregory, for nominating me for this award and making this whole opportunity possible. I'm very grateful that he thought that I fit the Trailblazer title. I would also like to thank all my friends and family and colleagues that have helped me along the way and those that have made it here today. It's such a special moment, and I'm happy to be able to share it with so many important people. Congratulations to all the other Trailblazer winners. I'm happy to be here with you today. And thank you again to Women in Mining Canada and Sprott for making this all possible. It is such an honor to be receiving this award. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Hannah. Now I'd like to invite Sarah Wilson from Wood to present the winner of the Rick Hudson Mentorship Award.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So nice to see so many of you. My name is Sarah Wilson. I'm Vice President of Wood's Minerals and Metals Business across the Americas. Over the past 15 years of my career in the mining industry, I've seen just how much our collective approach to diversity and inclusion has changed and continues to change. At Wood, our focus is making Wood a great place to work, where all of our people feel they belong, are empowered and supported to succeed. Our mission is remarkable people trusted to design, build, and advance the world. We place people at the front of our mission and everything we do to solve some of the world's most critical and complex challenges to meet the vital resources demands in a sustainable way across the globe. The Rick Hudson Mentorship Award celebrates the important role that mentors play in women's careers and development within the Canadian mining industry. Mentorship is important at all levels of a woman's career, from student to board member. And this mentorship can take various forms, such as coaching and championing these women. This award was named after Rick Hudson, a passionate and selfless mentor within the mining industry, and an active director of Women in Mining Canada before his passing in 2014. This year's winner, Tanya Martins, is a committed and dedicated mentor. She shows unwavering support and guidance to students and young professionals, playing a pivotal role in their careers and fostering growth. She fosters a sense of community and collaboration through team building and strategic introductions within the industry. Her mentorship extends beyond inclusivity and community and includes imparting technical knowledge in the LCT pegmatite research community. It's evident to all her mentees, of which there are many, that she wants the best for them. Let's welcome Tanya to the stage.
Congratulations.
Hi, everybody, and good afternoon. My name is Tanya Martins, and I'm really happy to be here and to see so many of you supporting all of the recipients of all the awards this afternoon. So this is great. It was with great surprise that I received the news of being the recipient of the Rick Hudson Mentorship Award for 2025. I'm deeply honored and most grateful to be recognized with this award. Women in Mining Canada is an organization that I have supported in my home province of Manitoba for a few years now, but particularly when I was involved as co-chair for the Manitoba chapter. So thank you very much, Women in Mining, for putting this together. It's absolutely brilliant. I was told I have a few minutes to address you, so I don't want to take a lot of the time. We want to enjoy some drinks. But a few acknowledgements are due. First, I would like to thank you all for being here, of course, and but the person that nominated, the main instigator for all of this, Erin Hutchins. I really appreciate all the nomination and all of the work that we did together so far. But we had some partners in crime for this: Gabrielle, Chelsea, Kat, Rosina, Mary, Bob, and Lee. Your letters of support were deeply moving, and I truly appreciate how you put your heart into preparing the nomination. I know it takes a lot of work to nominate somebody. I reflected a little bit on what makes me a good mentor, at least some of you say that, and why I'm being recognized for it. And I think I'm able to touch people in many different ways. I really like to incentivize, to uncomplicate problems, and to move people in pursuing their goals. And that motivates me motivates me in the way that people realize their full potential, particularly young professionals in the geosciences. I also recognize how much help and support I received from the great geology community that I've worked with, both in Canada and Portugal, my home country. And now I see it's my responsibility to pass along all the kindness and all of the support that I was provided with. And in doing all of this, I don't think I'm going above and beyond. I think I'm doing my job, to paraphrase my first mentor in Canada, Hendrik Falk. Again, thank you all for your presence here this evening, and for those that couldn't make it but vibrated with enthusiasm at this recognition, especially Michelle Nicholas, a friend and truly a mentor within the Manitoba Geological Survey. Thanks to the Manitoba team that's here in the room, the Portuguese contingent also here, and current and former students and all my dear friends. Thank you all.
Congratulations again, Tanya. And congratulations to all the award recipients. Thank you for inspiring us. Your contributions are invaluable, your impact immeasurable, and your potential boundless. Equity, diversity, and inclusion work is a journey that demands continuous learning, unlearning, and growth. And to everyone who continues to show up, thank you for investing in this work. Your effort counts twice. On behalf of Women in Mining Canada, thank you for coming together once again this evening to connect and share our learnings with each other. Thank you, everyone.